Hi guys, welcome back. We are doing the 9-6 solving quadratics using the quadratic formula notes. Make sure you have them printed or copied down. Let's go ahead and get started on question number 1. So question number 1 on the 9-6 notes is p squared minus 4p minus 21 equals 0. So the first step that we need to do is identify our A, B, and C. A is the number in the front, B is the number in the middle, and C is our last number or constant. So A, B, and C. So the first thing we do is identify our ABC so that when we're plugging and chugging into the formula, we have these values ready. So A I can see is 1. Remember, it's a number that we're identifying. B is the middle, that's negative 4. And C is my last number, which is negative 21. Congratulations, you've now identified your ABC. So I'm going to erase this now that we have ABC identified and write down our quadratic formula. So here we go. We're still on question number 1. We've identified our A, B, and C. And I'm going to write the formula down. There was a negative boy. He had pluses and minuses about going to a radical party. He didn't want to be a square or miss the 4 awesome cuties. Party doesn't get over until 2 a.m. Now what I do is I rewrite the same formula, but instead of variables, I write it with blanks. So we have x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times A times C all over 2 times A. So now I'm ready to plug my values in. So I know A is 1. So anywhere there's an A, I can put a 1. Anywhere there's a B, I put negative 4. Anywhere there's a C, I put negative 21. So this is a B, so I'm going to put a negative 4 there. This is a B, negative 4. That's A, that's 1. That is C, that's negative 21. And that's A. Now our job is to clean this up a little bit. So we have a double negative here, which creates a positive. So that's positive 4 plus or minus the square root. Negative 4 squared. That means negative 4 times another negative 4. So let's look at that. Negative 4 times a negative 4. Well, a negative times a negative is a positive, and 4 times 4 is 16. So the first part is 16. Now this is where I remind students to be really careful. This is what I call the cloud of doom. Right there, kids just really have a little struggle. So let's take our sweet time. So we have 3 things we're multiplying. We have a negative and then another negative. So we know that's going to be a positive in that case. That's good to know. Now we have 4 times 1, which is 4. And 4 times 21 is going to be 84. So let me use my purple pen, 84. And that's all over 2 times 1, which is 2. Now we still need to clean this up a little bit. So let's keep going. We have 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 plus 84 is 100 all over 2. Nice. We can still keep going because that, my friends, still simplifies a bit. So you're probably wondering, oh, well, what part of that simplifies? Well, what part do you see that still simplifies? It looks like the 100, I know, the square root of 100. So let me erase up here, and I can fit that in. So I'm going to rewrite this right up here. So I have 4 plus or minus the square root of 100 all over 2. Okay, so what is the square root of 100? 100 is a perfect square. That is 10. So now we have 4 plus or minus 10 all over 2. And we have two possibilities here. We have 4 plus 10 divided by 2. We have 4 minus 10 divided by 2. Notice, the 4 is the same. The 2 is the same. It's the 10 that can be plus or minus. So the 4 stays, the 2 is the denominator, and the 10 is either plus or minus 10. We don't know. Now we have to use our best integer skills. So I have my number line here. 4 plus 10, I don't need help on that one. That's 14. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. One of my answers is 7. 4, go back 10. Well, that might take a little effort. Here's 4. Let's go back 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's negative 6. And negative 6 cut in half is negative 3. Congratulations. You have two beautiful looking answers, positive 7 and negative 3. Come back to the next video for question number 2.